Greetings to all the fucking UK bitch wives out there. Welcome to hell, you fucking dumb sluts. John McKeever, thanks for being with us, dude. It's so good to have you.
I'm very excited to be here.
Dog, you had Mrs. Doubtfire Twitter fucked up yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Never. Goodbye. Yeah, I think every woman in England should kill herself, but that's not my dude. I think I have a theory. What happened? If you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, I had a theory that Betty White fingered herself to death, and 20,000 retarded women in England took that as me saying that I strangled and fucked Betty White to death. So they had a reading comprehension problem. Maybe it was a translation issue, and they all dude they really came at me, man. They were calling my kids ugly retards, which very funny, by the way.
Yeah.
But
that's not how you get under your skin.
Yeah, dude, I can't even use Twitter anymore because every time I look at it, I have a new, like, fattest, most dumb English woman, like, just saying I'm a vile man.
Did it start with, like, a popular British lady?
Yeah, one blogger lady.
The cake boss.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, the lady from the Great British Break Rough. Dude, I can't talk.
Great. You made Tim have a stroke. Are you fucking happy?
I can't speak their fucking language over there. No, it was just some dumb fucking lady who's an adult Harry Potter fan got mad and called me a violent man, and everyone was like, "Yeah, he's a knee." And so here's the thing that I noticed, dude. All these ladies that are mad at me, every single one spends 24 hours a day on Twitter posting about J.K. Rowling and trans people. That's all they care about.
Like, against it or for
they
it,
don't
or?
like trans people, and they do like Harry Potter.
They think all the trans people said in Quidditch records, like, you have to be born with a penis for the records to count.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they don't want any fucking MTFs dominating ladies Quidditch anymore.
Sure,
and
yeah.
dude, I get that.
Yeah. There's
we
a
agree on
purist
some
in every.
stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
So
So
it's like, we're not accusing you of being a CUNT and crumpets there.
Yeah.
Like, we agree with you.
So my theory, here's my theory, dude. I think there's an invisible crisis among women in England. And what happened is, you know how there's like,
It's pretty visible.
you know, there's 12,000%.
I don't know.
All I know about England is Love Island UK.
Sure.
So all I think is that there's like mostly pretty attractive, very stupid women just getting railed by mixed race dudes with six-pack abs.
Yeah.
I thought things were going actually pretty good considering what they were. You know what I mean? But I think what really happened is, you know how there's like 12,000% more trans people than there used to be?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying the number. I don't have a feeling on it either way.
Yeah.
So there's a trans explosion, dude. It's the coolest thing in the world. It's the new Beatles. Trans is the new Beatles.
Yeah, I think I went to see that.
Yeah. I took back from where my penis was. So Transmania hit England, and all these, like, because everyone in England looks like the aunt and uncle from Harry Potter. It's just like fat old ladies in like floral print, and then like balding dudes with like a sweater over a business shirt.
Or
And
like young, hot, like creation looking girls.
yeah,
That's what I've seen on Love Island. It's
Yeah.
like
A lot of those on
hot,
OnlyFans,
right.
bitches.
Yeah, that's like
And then old ladies.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of the old ladies are online, and I think what happened is when the Transmania hit, all these like
What you gonna do when Transmania runs wild on you?
Like a tornado
Sister.
of trans people.
Say your prayers, get your vitamins, and tape it to your asshole.
yeah, man. So
My window's open.
You're gonna get a fucking hell yeah from the fucking yard next to the right neighborhood.
Yeah, what's your YouTube channel, bro?
I'll sign up now.
why are you splitting up the episodes on the Patreon? So so all these like fat, like balding dudes are like they're seeing these like, they're getting tricked basically constantly. Like all their message boards are just flooded with like teenagers going like, yo, check out this hot chick with big tits. And they're like, oh, yes. And then you scroll down, they have a big dick. And they're like, oh, no. You know what I mean?
Whoopsie.
Yeah, oh, no, that's not right. But I think there's so much of it now that a bunch of these husbands like stuck around. They're like, oh, Like they're seeing the dick and they're like, oh,
Do I hate it?
I could go.
They're putting their second monocle in.
Yeah. I could go for a spot of dick then, you
I
know.
don't mind it as much as I thought I would.
So
I thought I'd get down there to grossed out. Turns out I'm turned on. Honey, 10 more minutes. Turn on a nutto kettle. Isn't that they always put the kettle on?
Yeah, it's whistling as he's getting harder and harder.
Oh,
yeah. So those dudes are just like, and then they look back at their fucking fat wife in a pastel floral print muumuu, and they're just like, so those women are just going online like just losing their minds over these hot tea porn ladies, your Bailey J's, etc. So they're losing their minds, and then
good for the trans community in England.
That's what I'm
for
saying, dude.
Crumbling the emotional
Yeah, they're real
infrastructure of some of
disruptors.
these women. Yeah.
Yeah, the trans community in England, you drop this crown, all right, queens. And I don't know, whatever you want, but allow me to present you the fucking ultimate W, the England trans community. Welcome to the FGR community.
Yeah, I wish we wore big black eraser hats so we could salute them.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, like the guards at Buckingham.
Oh, yeah, like the beef guys. I don't know. They're called beef something, aren't they?
Beef
No?
eaters.
Beef eaters?
Oh, is that
Right.
Yeah, it says right.
Yeah,
Right. It's like an old.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, Professor.
off camera.
Professor Dubs was like,
Yeah.
that's not real. It's real, dude.
All,
Okay?
all the husbands that are into that kind of porn now are also beef eaters.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, so these dumb old sluts are just misinterpreting tweets and flipping out on me about it, trying to get me in trouble.
Wow. I mean, there's got to be a couple watching right now.
I doubt it.
Wow.
They can't figure it out. First of all, we're region locked. You can't watch this in England. If you are, it's illegal,
What?
dude.
Are we?
No, I just made that up. I don't know.
Oh dear.
How not?
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Let's go on a pussy eating tour of England and cure all these women.
Dude, just imagine. That'd be great if like we could serve one here like a pussy flight. It's like, oh, let me get a whiff of that one.
Yeah, man. Let's just go hang out in fucking like row homes with gardens in the front and just wait for these ladies to serve.
Which does look beautiful.
Here's your fucking typical day. All right, you know what? This is my problem. Here's your typical day for these fucking England cunts. They wake up. They make a pot.
Tough
a
way to
kettle.
start with a knife.
They make a fucking kettle full of baked beans at 8 in the morning while their fat ass husband waddles his way out of bed. Then they just hand over fist shovel fists of baked beans into their mouths. They have the fucking bean juice going down their face, individual beans slurping out of the corner of their mouths, and they do that until they physically can't eat anymore.
Sure.
They pack themselves to the fucking balls with diarrhea while their fat husbands call out of work to crank their meat to trans porn on the internet all day. It's a miserable existence, but honestly, dude, for you to rip right there was the perfect timing.
It was like you guys getting a coin.
Yeah.
Like you were ripping so hard, like a fart coin came in. Like, you're great. That's
Could
how your
you-
fans gave you money.
Dude, imagine the farts these fucking cows are laying down
Wow,
every
man.
day. Just posting about
Dude,
Harry
that's what
Potter.
they're so angry about.
Yeah.
Just their fucking husband's baked bean farts.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I thought it was going to be the opposite. I didn't think it was going to be like real. I thought it was going to be overly progressive people having a piss.
Having a go at me?
yeah, or whatever.
Taking a piss
Taking
on
a
me?
piss.
Taking a shit?
the piss. I'm taking a shit.
You taking the shit?
No, it's having a shit.
You're
isn't it?
having the shit on
I'm
me.
upstairs having a shit. Which again, it sounds delightful. I wish I lived there. But man, I didn't know there was this whole community that
Yeah,
hated
man.
just some jokes about Betty White.
Somebody said the audio's in mono, Jake.
What the fuck's that mean?
I didn't touch shit.
I had COVID. I had COVID, not mono. Plug your headphones all the way in, dickhead. Fixed it. There we go. Good job, Stomper. Are you taking a picture of the soundboard?
Yeah,
Dude,
Jake, take another picture. Really fix it.
Jake, there's 6 guys trying to spell the N-word one letter at a time. Could you?
Take a picture of them too.
Yeah. So that's where dude, I was coming off. I mean, before this, it was like I couldn't catch a break. My mom died. I got COVID over the holidays. I mean, when is it my turn to have a good time? And then I got these fucking dumb hoes. So, what my point is, dude, you can't keep me down. It's impossible. If you were gonna get me 18 months ago was the time. Now it's too late.
Wasn't it kind of nice though, getting besieged by all these fucking fat British cunts instead of like normal fucking Wookiees?
It was a change of pace for once. It was new. Yeah, I guess so, man. I don't like being besieged by anybody, if I'm being honest, dude. If it was up to me, I would never be besieged. If
I don't
anything,
know. It keeps you busy.
I'd like to be desieged, if I'm honest. But Yeah, thanks for everyone.
That's wild. So she just found the tweet, started going bonkers on, those people that liked her were like, yeah, I agree. And like, I did see a couple tweets that were like, this guy, one of them, a lot of them like your picture.
Yeah.
They were using your profile picture to be like, this should be the logo for like, I'm a pussy or something. Or,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, that is kind of my thing. I do kind of always look kind of funny. Okay.
Dude, a picture of you is how like exterminators would like try to trap pussy. It's like put it under a box with a stick in it.
No, I'm so non-threatening. I don't think I could turn a single woman on if she didn't know me as well as my wife does. And that's a shout out to my wife, buddy. Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter. I'm fine.
I know you're fine, but
I'm trying to get my boys hard. You know what I mean? When my buddies see how retarded I'm dressed,
boys in this chat. Oh, that's what I'm talking about then.
Dude, every day I dress myself so that I could make one of my friends laugh so hard that he gets a boner. That's all I'm trying to do. So if that's working, then everything else is right. And if that falls apart, dude, I'll fucking kill myself.
I don't want you to kill yourself. I think everything's
good,
fine.
dude.
I think it's just maybe like 9 British people.
Yeah.
I bet it's that's the amount, right?
I have a theory that there's only 50,000 people currently living in England.
All right.
And no one can prove me wrong. That's the thing. It's an indefensible position. Jake, stop Googling this, please. Would you please get the N-word out of the chat?
Is it in there?
He's bothering everyone.
yeah, he's typing it.
Stop fact checking me, dude. There's only 5,000 people currently alive in England.
Tim, would you consider going over to England and becoming...
There's only 6 people on television in England, and they just make every show. There's 6 people, and they make all of the television in England.
I will say I don't see much television coming out of there.
Yeah, because they ran out of people.
Yeah. Like that one talk show host, he interviews like the biggest celebrities in the world, but like 5 at once.
He also does the morning news. Yeah, Graham Norton. He does the morning news. He interviews both of England's celebrities, and I think he's in like 6 bands.
Really?
Yeah, he was 2 guys in One Direction, and no one noticed.
Well, they bring in like the American celebrities to like embarrass themselves. Do you ever see that?
Yeah,
where, like, they do
yeah.
shit that they probably wouldn't do.
They get Mark
America.
Wahlberg every week. Marky Mark goes on British television every week, and they trick him into saying like "chink."
Yeah. Well, they get them
now
to
poke
do,
his eye
like,
out.
They get them to do some like weird human trick that they know. Like they get like, I don't know, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like an impression that like if they did that on American television, like the next day they would be like, you can't be in movies anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is destroy Hollywood from across the pond because they're jealous. They've got a baking show. That's the only thing England has on television. And then they round up. I think they get like 6 international travelers every year, and then they make Love Island out of that, and that's it. It's an embarrassing country, if I'm being honest, dude. Also,
Man,
like now that we have all this HD footage of the Beatles in their prime, it's like, whoa, people are fucked up looking over there too. All the Beatles look like they had birth defects. When they were at their hottest, like their physical prime, it's like, whoa, those are fucked up looking dudes.
I will say, John. I've always thought that about John. That I'm like, he is a genuinely ugly man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all incubator babies.
Yeah, dude.
They're like ferrets. They all look like ferrets.
Paul McCartney seems like a nice enough fellow, but his head looks like it came off of a dollar store toy.
Yeah, they all have the same like, look on their face.
Dude, all of their mother's birth canals clenched when their heads were coming out. Ringo's head looks like it was run over by a truck the second he was born. Nice guys, though. Nice fucking guys.
Well, this has been, the first 15 minutes has been like Blitzkrieg.
Sorry, yeah, dude.
Blitzkrieg 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
That'd be a great... that's the title, Blitzkrieg 2.
Now we're having fun.
Yeah. Suck our dick, Dresden.
If there's a country who you would like to get harassed by, who would it be?
Oh, Indian guys.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, they're
Indian
the
guys.
best.
Indian guys are #1 worldwide. There's no doubt about it, man.
Because they're sweet the whole time.
Yeah, they just want to fuck your pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like trying to get you out of the way so they can harass a girl.
You ever?
It's like they'll throw some digital acid in your face.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I can certainly throw some acid in your wife's face.
Yeah.
You ever watch like a Vice documentary about how poor parts of India are, and you look at it, it's like, whoa, these dudes live in like a cardboard canal, and they're just living out there outside, covered head to toe in like debris. And they're just having a good time. Yeah, like there's dudes dressed like fucking genies covered in sand. And they're just leaning against the wall, scratching their balls. Like, this is cool, dude. I'm chilling. Indian dudes are chilling every second of the day.
Covered in debris. It's so funny. Like just pieces of ceiling and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why it's cracking me up so much.
Every dude in India is taking a shit in the middle of the street looking like he just stepped on a landmine. And he's cool. And he's chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, they never seem like remotely anxious.
Yeah.
In any video or picture.
Every time you watch it, like, oh my God, if I had to live there, I would blow myself up. And these dudes are just like, whatever, man. I'll play
Yeah, they're like, it doesn't work.
There's not a tall enough staircase for me to throw myself off of in this entire country. But Mike, how you doing, dude? How was your holiday?
I'm good.
I should shut up for maybe 45
No,
minutes.
I just like hearing about your summary of Indian dudes. Oh, you know what? Maybe you could befriend a bunch of Indian dudes and sick them on all the crazy British ladies.
Oh, man. If
they would go fucking hog wild on fat British chicks. They would go nuts. That's the perfect match.
Dude, if I squatted up with a bunch of Indian dudes and just rolled into a fucking hedgerow or whatever they call that shit, like give me a neighborhood in England, we will dominate,
Dude,
bro.
Dude, you should Dumbo drop a bunch of fat British chicks into India, dude.
Dude, they would make fucking Migs from Silence of the Lambs look like he went to finishing school.
Woo! Damn, Operation Dumb Ho Drop.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go, dude. We got an episode. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love India. We should go there and just bro down.
Yeah, dude, they would love that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great if there were just pictures of you with debris.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, I don't even know how it happened.
Yeah.
You just have it.
I'm in a fucking gondola in a lake made of broken electronics, and we're just trying to get pussy.
Yeah. You know, like a choreographed dance you've never known before.
Doing the head
That
wiggle.
does look cool. I will say when I see those videos, I'm like,
How
I'm
do you not
so
think it's
jealous that I don't get to like hang out with my boys and they all hold hands. Mm-hmm. Like if you were with like 9 of your guy friends and you were like holding hands, you all knew a dance,
Let's
that
do
would
it now.
feel incredible.
Bro, they form a pussy phalanx and just they dance it the fuck down in the middle of a dirt road.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
what they
do.
accomplish is what the
Snake
haka
charming
tries
a
to
bunch
be.
of chicks out of the town. What were you saying, Mike?
I said what they accomplish is what the haka tries to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Also,
Fuck the haka.
they have the number one viral video of all time, which is How Can She Slap? Undefeated.
Ooh,
It's an undefeated.
I've never
video.
seen How Can She Slap.
How Can She Slap?
It's like a
Dude, it's like
some kind of like dating show.
Indian Bachelorette.
And a lady walks up to a guy and he's like, "Well, maybe we don't want you."
No. Here's no. It's close. She's like she's going man by man. They make all the dudes dress up like an ancient warrior. They all look like Prince of Persia. And she goes one by one. She goes, "I am not fucking you." And she goes to the next guy and she's like, she starts telling him off and he's like, "Whatever." And she's like, "Well, why don't you go in? Fuck off then." And he goes, "You will come." And she slaps him in the face. And he cracks her, dude.
Oh, whoa, for
Yeah,
real?
yeah, and it starts a big kerfuffle, and as they're dragging him away, he's like, "How can she slap? How can she slap?"
John, he hits her so hard his hair shakes.
Oh, like that deaf guy on the subway in New York.
Jake's got it.
Oh,
Crank it up and rewind.
oh my gosh.
You will go.
Oh.
Bro, When me,
Oh, now they start fucking cracking each other.
yeah, dude. When me and all my Indian apostles, when I round up all my Indian apostles and we descend on Buckingham Palace and we go on a slapping spree, dude, that's the signal, dude. That's the signal for you guys to activate. Just find the fattest English woman you can find and crack her. Dude, fucking slump her biscuits the second. It's on site. It's on site with every English woman worldwide. I don't care where you are. I'm going to find you.
Just their husband smoking a pipe like, oh, dear.
Oh, heavens.
Don't slap him back.
Yeah. Well,
Wow. How can she slap? It starts with how can you slap? And then other people jump. He's like, how can she slap?
you will come?
Dude, I didn't understand any of that. You will come? What is
Well,
you
why
will
don't
come?
she goes, well, why don't you go and fuck off then? And he goes, you will come?
Oh, that's honestly a pretty slick line.
Bro,
So he probably,
Indian dudes are undefeated.
probably wasn't expecting a slap. He's probably like, oh shit, I just got it.
Bro, well, I mean,
Wow.
India's number one.
India's
It's settled.
In everything.
India, yeah, they'd be fun boys to hang out with.
Masculinity, water purity. They got it all.
Yeah, they're always wearing like linen shirts.
Yeah, dude. Do you know how cool it would be for your clothes to flow in the wind?
Yeah.
God.
And they're always real happy. Man.
Riding on
Dude,
motorcycles that should be crashing into each other, but somehow don't.
Oh, yeah. They live like an ant. Their traffic is just an ant colony.
Yeah, dude, it is like all their bikes have like magnets reversed on them, so they just push away from each other when they're about to crash.
Yeah, dude. They don't even need electronics to direct traffic. They're just like, you, I'm good. Let's go. Okay,
And an
see
Indian accident, they're like, I can get you crash! I can take crash!
Well, they like, I think then there are videos of massive crashes where like 50 school kids fall out of a dump truck. I'm like, oh, that's how they get to. I worked with some dude who was working. I forget where he was, but it was like somewhere in India, and he was on a road behind a dump truck, and the guy was riding the dump truck's ass, like the PA in India or whatever they were specifically. But as he was riding his ass, this guy was like, are those taillights painted on? And the truck didn't have taillights. They were just painted on.
They had the Looney Tunes tunnel on there.
And it's like, dude, you know how confident you got to be to ride? You have to be willing to die at any moment.
Yeah, all the at the end of all the dash cam footage in India, it goes. Abadi, that's all, girlfriend's face. Oh boy.
Wow.
What's up with you, John? How was your holiday?
It was good. It was good. I think I had COVID right before the holiday, which is nice because it got it over with. You know?
Sure.
The whole house was sick. But then I went to a party where like somebody at the party asked all of us to test. It was in my house. Yeah. So I was like, I don't really love the idea.
At the party or ahead of time?
No, like before. No, not like.
Like you showed up like.
Yeah, no.
Who wants to play a game?
No, it was like ahead of time. It was like, hey, can everybody test before they come to your party?
Okay.
Now I was like, okay, like fair enough, whatever. But it was like my house, and I was like, I don't really want to test.
You should have shot him.
Well, I was like, if I test positive, it ruins my kid's Christmas. Then I can't go visit people and shit like that. So, anyways, there was like a long argument about that.
How can he test?
How can it test? Anyways, tested negative. Everybody at the party got COVID. And I don't know if it was from there, but me and Cassie didn't get COVID. From that party, at least. So we had it a couple weeks before. But I don't know. I thought it was.
I'm doing the math. Hold on, I'm doing the math. So I think this probably reinforces everything I believe about all this, and that none of it matters. Everyone's going to get sick at some point. You used to be allowed to get sick, and I think we should stop being fucking babies.
You're not going to get away from it this time.
What do you mean? I got it.
No, not you. Like people.
Yeah.
Like being worried about it. is pointless.
Yeah.
Because it's
dude,
just
imagine if when you were a kid, your parents acted like this about the flu. I'd be like, oh, dude, you guys aren't going to survive.
Well, also, even when you get a flu shot, it's like you're going to get the flu.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get it. It's probably just not going to be that bad. I don't know. That was kind of I thought that was kind of funny that all these people got COVID. Not funny.
Everyone I know had it.
I hope
Everyone
they're
I know got COVID. No, everyone I know got COVID.
And everybody that got COVID was like, oh, I got COVID. Oh, I don't
One of the-
feel well.
One of the running jokes in my household is that I've had diarrhea for 15 of our last Christmases. Not diarrhea. I've had a virus. I've been ill, like ill enough to stay home sometimes. Pretty cool.
That's
You ever
that's
get
nice.
yeah, as an adult, you ever get a video game for Christmas and then be allowed to stay home from everything? Oh my god, dude.
Man.
I'm not kidding. I would give up coming for 5 years for one of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I don't
just,
get to do
just
that
having
that
said that, I think I might have just made that trade.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. So just fucking let's go. We're just normal again. dude.
Yeah. I'm operating under that assumption too.
Sometimes I get sick, dude.
Yeah.
You remember getting sick sometimes?
Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember drinking ginger ale and eating saltines?
Yeah.
Remember The Price is Right, dude?
Yeah.
That should be like a girlfriend experience you can get at a brothel. Like you're just sick, like when you were younger.
Dude,
Oh,
I've always said I wanted to rent an Italian wife.
Wife?
I've like
Your wife?
I want like once in a while. I just want an Italian wife.
Mm-hmm.
Not to like fuck or whatever, but just like
Just
I
to
just
stir
want
the
someone
gravy
who's
a little
really
bit.
good at cleaning the house,
Yeah.
who's really good at making dinner,
And can take a punch.
and like who's mean to me a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the next day get out of here.
Yeah, take a hike.
You pull up
Yeah.
to a prostitute, she asks you what you want to be like, give me the non-experience.
Yeah. Get upset the whole day. I don't want to know what it's about, but I want it to be about me.
Yeah, chase me around with a rolling pin, please.
Yeah. Yeah, like I want like an old 55-year-old Italian wife.
Oh,
That'd be
man.
cool.
Just
Dude,
upset with me.
You are making me so hard right now.
Yeah. Be fun.
Just yelling at you for laying on the wrong couch.
Yeah. Dude, I had an idea for a body pillow, and I'll show you the email because it was like 3 years ago. It was just an idea for a sketch, but it was a body pillow for Italians. And it was a body pillow shaped like their mom. so like the idea was like they could sleep with their mom when they got older. And then like somebody like in the sketch, somebody's friend fucks the butt pillow. Like, you fuck my pillow. You know? But then somebody tweeted like recently like a body pillow that you can like lay with that's like shaped like your friend. And I was like, oh, I should have released it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You see that get like 40,000 likes. You're just like,
It
dude,
was tough. It was
fuck
tough seeing
you,
it just
dude.
like crank
Fuck you, you
retweets. I was
fucking
like,
loser.
ugh.
You stole my thought.
It's too bad I couldn't get Foley to do that fucking sketch. Like, wouldn't that be great to see Foley?
Dude, I don't know if I could afford a Foley body pillow.
Dude, you just queef.
Yeah, Foley body pillow is like a California king pillow.
You need a friend to help you move it.
Oh, dude, that's
Just forearm forklift and a pillow.
oh,
Dude, I'm not
Tim,
kidding.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I would budget out $500 for an H. Foley beanbag chair. Dude, please. I guarantee there's a beanbag chair guy in the chat right now. Like, oh, give me your address. I'm gonna send you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually make artisanal beanbag chairs.
I like how you guys get art from people. You get
Ooh,
knives, you get
speaking of
art.
which, Danny, can you reach behind
Bro,
you
we
and
got
take
the
out those
intro to
dirty
the
pictures?
show.
The intro
From
is
a dude.
fucking
Isn't
incredible.
that fucking sick?
Yeah.
Dude, somebody came up to me at Chain Show and he was like, "Did you get my art?" And I was like, "It was from behind." And I was like, "Oh, this is how I go." Just somebody like, "Did you get my art?"
John, take a look at these bad boys.
It was what's his name?
Wait,
Sam.
you like cartoon porn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I said yes to get this. I'll be the judge after. Whoa, jeez, Louise.
Uh-huh. Yeah, dude.
Can this be? Can you pick the girl? Who is?
You could pick 3 of them.
Who drew this?
Sam Oman.
That's who drew my art. This all makes sense.
Yeah.
The dude.
Yeah, Sam, I was right. Jeez,
Yeah, if,
please.
if any of you are in the market for some cartoon pornography, Sam's the guy to contact. And boy, oh boy, he knocks it out of the park.
Man.
Tim, I can't even look at your shirt without imagining those two sucking each other's dicks.
Oh,
fuck
this
yeah.
is that?
Dude, stop. For real, seriously. I will get hard. Don't.
Whoa.
Tim's werewolfing right now.
Stop, dude. That's not funny.
You won't like me when I'm horny.
I'll tell you, that's quite the detail. This is be what it feels like to be like a cop. Where you're just like, yep.
Yeah, I could use 13 terabytes of this.
God damn.
Every time
Well, Sam, good work.
you know how like no
love
computers
you.
are like beige towers anymore. Every time I see a beige tower in like a pile somewhere, like that child porn. Yeah,
Well,
that
I
should
shouldn't
be
be-
carried out of a car dealership by a federal agent. Damn, dude, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Did I ever tell you that's what I
Now-
wanted to do when I moved? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say now she's sucking me.
But the Jessica Rabbit one is
Yeah.
boy, oh boy, that's
Yeah, there's something like they have like something figured out when they created her. They knew she would fuck with all of our wiring.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. She does. Even
think-
in that form.
CIA. She was designed by the CIA,
Yeah.
and I don't even think that they cashed in on it yet. I think they got us as youngsters, and I think they're gonna like tug a wire probably in the next 10, 15 years. Like when all of us like retarded dudes get too powerful, like we're all physically strong right now. We all eat pussy every day. In like the next 10 years, when we have like social power, they're gonna pull one wire, and we're gonna get like yanked back to childhood by some sort of Jessica Rabbit thing.
Wow, man.
Thanks. Thanks for saying wow.
Thanks.
Thanks for saying
Thank you for
wow
that
to my theory.
Dude,
I
you're,
mean, not a terrible theory.
No, we're dead.
you're like Mindhunter for pervert animators.
Dude, we're the Clamchorian candidates.
Well, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? That's how they make all like futa porn. Is
What's
it
that?
futa or futa?
John, thank you for coming on our podcast. What do
What?
you mean?
Futa.
What's your Fuda theory?
No, like they like it's
Fuda's for gay teens.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Fuda's like hot anime ladies with big dicks, right?
That's what I mean. That's
yeah,
what that looks like.
That's for gay teenagers. Or it might be for girls. I forget. But it's for teenagers.
Why is it for teenagers?
Tim used to work for Mattel.
I used to be a teenager.
Well, you know the games before, you know, a video. It's like this'll make you.
Oh, yeah. You'll buzz.
Yeah, and once in a while, one of them pops up. I'm like, what am I
Yeah.
looking at? What am I looking at? That's making them say, you know what, you would fucking love. I'm like, it's always in a private browser, but
The
is it?
internet.
Yeah, true. I'm like, I don't know. I might be doing something they think is suspect.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
could you describe Fuda porn?
Isn't it? It's like Jessica Rabbits with dicks.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's like extremely like what you would expect out of a big fat titted anime lady, but she's also got a
It's
throbbing
crazy though.
veiny
Like, aren't
boner.
their tits are just gigantic.
Yeah, it's grotesque.
Their
Is it-
dicks are like down to their feet. It's crazy.
So they always have a dick?
Yeah, they always have a dick.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
It's Fudanari.
Oh.
Fudanari pornography.
Okay.
It's basically as good as it gets.
And then why is it 14s?
I forget. I think it was like I think
Like,
I
is it a
think
joke?
a lot of anime is supposed to be like sexually enticing. And then I think that was just like, let's just take it over the top, put some dicks on these fucking dumb sluts.
It
And-
does seem like that. It does
Yeah.
seem like someone like turned up.
Yeah.
Like when you create a player in Madden, where it's just like
Turn that dick up to 100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well-
that's the Japanese gay teenager version of tribal tattoos on your create a wrestler.
Oh, wow. Lemaire's actually in the window.
oh yeah, that's how you catch a Lemaire.
Dude,
Yeah,
Fuda
that's his
porn.
bat signal.
Yeah,
he's the patron saint of Fuda porn, man.
is he gay?
No.
He loves pussy, man.
Let's not start that rumor.
I was just asking. It's not a negative
No.
question. Just genuinely asking.
No, Lemaire's a pussy hand, dude. Can you imagine that dude eating pussy? He would look like the fat kid from Hook eating that fucking blue
Yeah.
slime.
I don't know. I bet it's. I don't know. I bet his hands would be in his pockets the whole time.
Yeah, he has to eat pussy on a leash.
Dude, could you imagine him stopping eating pussy to say, "Where my hug at?"
Man, this doesn't feel reciprocal.
Yeah.
I love Lemaire.
He's the
dude,
man.
He's the fucking best. Oh boy. Wow. Happy New Year.
Remember when he did that backflip?
On my trampoline?
Yeah. We were fucking around on Tim's trampoline, and he did this backflip that we all, as it was happening, we're like, it was like, if you knew the Challenger was going to explode, you're like, wait till you see this. You know?
The mentally challenger.
But he floated.
Yeah.
He did a backflip
I
and
believe it
landed
100%.
but floated. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
He's somebody who you could picture walking through like a courthouse entrance, and you just know he's going to parkour, rip shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. That was a day where I invited Lemaire over on a whim when John.
That was fun.
John and Tommy just happened to be there, and Lemaire like hit me up for something. I was like, "Yo, by the way, do you want to come? Like, we're just like gonna grill some stuff. You want to come hang out?" And he was just like, "Yeah." Lemaire's never been to my house. I was just like, "Why don't you come hang out with us?" And he came over and did a backflip for us, and we were like, "This is maybe the ultimate day."
I remember this, and I think
Good hang.
and I think it was you told me that John said this, but he said, "You think he's going to pull up in like a mail truck?"
That's the thing. He's so like,
Yeah,
he's like
so
squirrely to me.
Yeah.
Like I can't figure out.
Dude, and then Tommy fed him chimichurri, and it looked like someone was teaching a gorilla sign language. Woo!
He's just such a sweetheart.
man.
Such a sweetheart. Wow. What the hell was I going to say though about the Jessica Rabbit?
Sorry, dude.
No. I'll figure it out.
It would be nice to see a version of her with smaller boobs.
Shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
I don't know. I feel like you definitely can at any bar in Northern Liberties. It's the majority of bartenders,
Yeah.
which is also a great look. It's a good look. They're all good looks, to be honest. As I get older, I'm like, I don't really see any bad looks.
You think there's like a bunch of lady perverts that are equally into Roger Rabbit as we are Jessica?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Probably. There's
Probably fingers crossed.
There's probably some dudes that are into the baby.
Tim.
Not me.
Dude, I always thought the
Yeah,
baby,
look at that fourth picture.
the baby always reminded me of Mayo.
That's
Oh
that's-
yeah, he
that's
was
pretty
like
good.
chomping a cigar and
Yeah.
like,
Come on, who's ruining my takes?
Mm-hmm.
God.
yeah. Does Mayo still do stand up? Because I would like for Mike to tell us the Scrapple joke. Do you remember the Scrapple joke?
I do. I don't want
Describe
to
Mayo.
If he's gonna put it on a special, I don't want to ruin it for people.
Yeah, Mayo is like what is it? Is basically Beetlejuice, but if he had a blue collar job instead of lived in the afterlife.
Needle juice.
I thought you were talking about Black Beetlejuice. Yeah, Joe Mayo is when Beetlejuice was alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like a blue collar. What is he? A mason?
He's a stonemason, I think. Whatever.
Probably an actual Mason too.
He's like kind of like
He's
he
like
looked like he could be like a you know how like a
he's like Jeff Spicoli with CTE.
yeah, wow, that's a spot on way. Well, Jeff Spicoli did kind of have
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, he talks like this.
Like, do you have a better one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He's like Northeast Philly Steve-O voice.
Yeah. He used to do that pussy joke about Scrapple.
Yes.
Yeah, the joke was basically like eating an old lady's pussy is like eating Scrapple. You got to bust through the crust to get to the moist middle.
Yeah,
And he used to say it with his voice.
yeah.
He also used the phrase in this joke on every open mic I went to for 6 years. I heard the phrase diaper chili.
You ever eaten an old lady's pussy, dude? You gotta get past her diaper chili.
Dude,
Yeah.
he brought me to some fucking place out in like Bucks County to like do a show. This was like for a bunch of rich old people. And he was like,
Yeah, dude, I'll give you like $300. You do like
15 minutes. And I was like, whoa, yes, of course. So he's like, all right, I'm going to open the show and then you and a couple other people. And I was like, all right, great. This is amazing. So he goes up and does all that shit to old people that all look like they like drink fucking tea like that. And he was like, ain't fucking eating her pussy. And all these people were literally like, ah, like audibly like, ah. And they were like so old and so offended. And he was like, yeah. He was literally like mowing them down with like offending them. And then I went up and they just were talking over me because they were like, what just happened? And they start getting up and leaving the country club. It was at a country club. And they're talking to his brother that I think worked at the country club. And they're like asking for their money back. And as this is all happening, after my set, it's like a bomb of a set. Obviously, no one's listening. So I get off and he's like, yo, you walked them. And I was like, I didn't walk them. You fucking walked them.
Yo, anybody ever tell you pussies you put the cunt in country club? Yeah, but
He
seriously,
did cough like that all the time.
you ever been eating a dental hygienist pussy?
Yeah, he's the man.
Damn, I forgot about that cough.
Yeah.
He's
Man, I miss him. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, it's the mesothelioma. acting
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah, that
we-
actually is probably spot on.
We always flirt with the idea of having him on here, but he's too much of a wild card, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that might alert like a government authority.
Yeah, he is like what Jurassic Park ended up being. it's like yeah, like all best intentions, but it's how this is gonna go.
We can't recreate him. Oh, dude.
Dude, yesterday,
I think you just opened your zipper.
yesterday at Spider-Man, it was an empty theater except for a Latino family directly in front of us, and they had two small kids sitting directly in front of me, and they didn't shut the fuck up for the entire movie, and the parents didn't even think about telling them to shut up. And I cracked a fart off during a quiet scene right behind the kid's head.
Like a loud one?
Yeah, it was like, you ever seen a movie where an arrow goes so close to dude's head that it moves his hair?
Yeah.
I
Jesus
buzzed this
Christ.
kid's
Yeah, dude.
tower, dude. And it was the most satisfying fart of my entire
Johnny
life.
Crappleseed, dude.
Did they respond?
No, dude. No.
Yeah, what do? You can't really.
Yeah, their baby complained to the manager.
Yeah,
That
like,
was
that's
satisfying.
such a powerful move. That like, what do you like? How do you respond to that?
Yeah, you
I'd
gotta-
be so afraid to respond to that.
You got to fight Latino with Latino. You got to sneak into pizza.
Yeah.
You got to scream during the most important dialogue.
Don't fuck with me when your child's head is directly next to my asshole.
It's a good rule. I don't mind it. Anything else cool going on with you guys?
Tons of stuff, man. We're about to hit the road for the first time ever.
Ooh, yeah.
that's
Thank
right.
you for bringing that up.
We're
man.
only a
I
couple
am
weeks
retarded.
out, man.
When do you start?
January 20th, we're going to be at the Stand in New York City.
Nice.
So for all you fucking fat gay retards out there that can... They're,
That sounds like the first note of Purple Haze.
excuse me while I shit my pants. And let me tell you what, Tim and I are going to be loading up with all these fucking British women's baked beans the night before, so we're going to be right that night. But please come out and see us on January 20th at the Stand in New York City. Awesome club. I can't wait to see everybody there.
21st in Albany, New York. And I think the links for the tickets are in the description below. And then the week after that, we got the Wigger Roast, the live Wigger Roast at Helium.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, with
Come through.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
It's
gonna come.
Austin, Six, and Shaner.
Oh yeah, sure.
And,
sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, I already submitted one to Dubs. Have you got none of the other submissions? Are we still waiting on submissions?
Are
We
you
got a lot.
Are you bringing like an actual guy there?
We flirted with the idea, and
That could be dangerous.
that's
It's
all.
going to
I'll
be chained to
say.
his neck,
Yeah.
like yanking him outside.
Yeah.
Behold! The eighth wonder of the world!
Yeah, Wig Kong.
Yeah.
Kind,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
soft and courage, but I don't want anyone to get turned away by
What do
the
you mean,
bouncer.
kind of like World War II propaganda?
Yeah, we're flyering Northeast Philadelphia.
The Million Wigger March would just be a million of us standing at a bus stop. There's no walking involved.
Woo. Yeah, dude. And then Boston and Chicago, and
Man, that's fucking awesome. That's gonna be fun.
I think what was it? Baltimore? Was that the last one?
Yes.
Dude, can you believe how
With
All
Colum,
kinds
right?
of fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
So are you guys doing it with Colum live, or like he does his thing and then you do your thing? Or?
Yeah, we're all going to do stand up. Then at the end, we're going to do like a podcasty type thing. I don't know if we're recording it, but we're at least all coming out together to
Nice. That's gonna be so
to
much
talk
fun.
to everybody. I can't wait, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. And I don't know. Hopefully, just people come. If people come, we can get. I was talking about this on Twitch today, man. 2022. The only thing I'm about is getting something going.
Yeah, sure.
And whether it's in stand up or podcasting, all I want is to just be like, "Yo, what's up?" And then I'll pass you something, and then you're like, "This is what's up," and you pass it back. I'm like, "Oh, cool. Let's grow that up. Let's get something going." And pass
Sure.
it back and forth. That's all I want to do because I am not a skilled stand up comedian.
That's how I got into cuckolding.
Yeah, dude. Yo, bro.
So
Let's
thank you for that, Tim.
Dude, let's share a partner and
Yeah.
split her wide open. This is going to be awesome.
Ever since I met Tim, I've been sitting on the edge of my bed holding my wife's hand. Babe, you're so hot. You're doing so good. God.
All right, pass her back.
Dude,
pass her back. Pass
bro,
her back.
I had a dream where Mary Jo got into she was making pornography with the Japanese mafia. And the issue that came, because I was like trying to be a supportive husband, and like, okay, well, if that's how you want to, like, if you feel like you are supporting yourself by making money doing that, I guess I have to support you. And then she didn't get paid, and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why did she have her shoes on by accident?
No, I think it was just classic what is it, like husband and wife, like apprehension, where you're just like, oh, am I gonna have to get involved in a problem that you have? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I woke up like mad at her. I was like, I had to chase down money for you, just so you know. I had to go to a Japanese guy who pretended to not speak English to chase down the money for fucking you.
Yeah.
And I was like furious with her for an entire day.
Yeah.
But thank God that was a dream, because man, I don't think I could use any more headaches right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, wife pornography headaches got to be way up there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even like pretend that's not bothering you. Even if it doesn't bother you at first, eventually.
I think you're required to become a professional skateboarder if your wife gets into porn. Like, you have to become one of those dudes who's just like, whatever, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Or yeah, you have to. I don't know. You have to convince yourself.
If you're one of those guys who's like, yeah, I date strippers, dude. I don't really care, man. That's how cool I am. She's like, all right.
It's like she takes full pipe, I do the half pipe.
Yeah, I don't know. There was like, who's the guy that dated that porn star? Doesn't matter her fucking name, but he was like part of that Jake Paul crew.
Oh God, that Jason Oglenook guy is back in the chat. This guy has all of his personal shit tied to his real name, and he comes in here and talks shit. I think we should just flood his personal. Look up that guy's personal website and just ruin him. His name's right there.
What's wrong with him?
This guy gets in here and he's just like really jammed up about something. He spends his entire night talking shit, and then his real life photography company is tied to his real name. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh no, he comes in and just starts.
Yeah, pound that dude's cheeks.
Unless it's somebody that really hates Jason Oglenick.
Which is pretty
More
smart.
like Jason Ogle no good Nick. Yes, dude, suck my dick.
There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That stinks.
No, it's fine. Look how many, dude. There's 440 cool dudes in here. It doesn't fucking matter.
Wow.
But yeah, you can pretend that you're cool with your girl doing sex work, but I think that just makes you a maniac.
I think it's cool to. I like again. Like I don't think there's anything wrong, obviously, with doing it. And if you're actually cool with it, that's a superpower. But I feel like I would never be alone with her ever. I wouldn't be like, ah.
Stop.
You know? Like she would just look over like, what's up, babe?
That would kill me.
Nothing. That would be it. It would always be that. And then just
Nothing.
Yeah, you can't ever be like toe wrestling on a cold night.
just that face while we're hitting the bottom of the log flume, just like
You want to get the keychain, babe?
Yeah.
What do you think, bitch?
It's like, are you pretending to be into tit slapping, or is that like what you really like? Why are you letting him? Why are you letting him like slap your tits? I don't even think that's cool to watch.
It's like, listen, are we gonna? No, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, you always do this.
The character artist is like, are you guys done? Can I finish?
You always do this.
Now, how cool do you think your wives would be if they found out that you did porn before you met them?
Before? God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not super happy. Unless you, I guess, I don't know. Unless you have like a gigantic bird, and then they're like,
You have to assume.
ooh, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's hell.
One time,
It's a very myopic way to.
One time, I just forgot about this for 10 years, but one time my wife went to a psychic who told her to never talk about her sex life with anybody. And she listened.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I don't respect psychics, and I think I'm kind of trying to like counterbalance that. I'm trying to kind of like force that.
I don't like psychics
Kinda
either.
lower that.
I don't like hot lady jobs. I don't like hostesses. I don't like. I just went out to dinner the first time in a long time with Cassie, and there was like, you know, the hot, like 19-year-old girl the owner wants to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's working there, and you go in, and you're like, and they don't say anything, and then you have to be like, hello, and then they're like, hi, and you're like, no. I walk in, you go, how many? Like that's it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, 2, please.
I walk in holding my fingers up every single time.
Really?
Every time I walk into a place, I'm holding up how many people.
But if they can see how many people you are, oh, you need a table
Just
for
3?
2? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then they look at the iPad, which That's a good response to them, actually. Yeah. But then they look at an iPad that essentially should be what they are.
Right.
Like when you walk in, you should see an iPad, and there should be red tables.
Yeah, an
and you're
iPad
like,
with gigantic tits coming out of a half unbuttoned black blouse.
Yeah, and when you hit a table, it's like, okay, right this way, or something like that.
Yeah, and then you follow a light on the ground.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like okay.
I think
Easy
you just
enough.
created the Italian pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they should be ugly.
Dude, tits at a gigantic tits at a young age, they cancel out social skills. You don't have to develop anything because everything comes to you between like 15 and 19.
Well, being so hot at that young of an age, that like the fumes from that rot your brain.
Yeah,
It's like
if
being
you're
a welder.
it's
Yeah,
tit
if you're that
huffing.
hot, it fucks you up.
That's tit welder's flash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. I think they should be ugly. I think they should be like a lady that's like, hey, hungry,
What do you
pal?"
need, hun?
Yeah.
There should be like a big shackle hanging off her neck with a chain all the way down to the floor, and like a burlap cloak.
You got to put your hand over your own eyes.
Albino.
We got 3 with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, just
You have to slap. how
fucking
many
put us
people you
outside
at
if you
your
have
party.
to, but
Yeah, they got like one of those Hogwarts professor like floating eyeball things.
Yeah, somebody you feel
Dragging a
comfortable
foot.
crushing wings in front of. You know,
Yeah, they're apologizing for their grotesque appearance.
they have sauce everywhere.
I'm sorry, hon. Is this still wet?
Oh my god. Just 3? Yes. Yeah, actually just 3. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Man. This is a great
You
time.
checking out the chat?
Yeah, I pop over every now and then. I'm just making sure they're having a good time. That's all I
Alright.
try to do. You know what I mean?
Did you guys see that one question from Jared? who
No, what's
said,
up?
He wanted to know, how would you guys feel if your wife did fart porn?
Unimpressed.
It's all about your parents being dead. Because if my parents were dead, I'd be fine with it. I don't want to constantly have to explain another layer of porn to my mom.
I'm just picturing Batman saying this to Alfred. I want to get into it, Alfred.
But like John's wife does.
Master Wayne, your crotchless trousers, sir. He's all
What does it matter if they're black or white, Alfred?
She has sex on camera. It's like she doesn't. She farts on camera.
on camera. Yeah.
So
She
doesn't have
sells
sex?
farts, okay?
No, she doesn't.
You ever hear of that?
Yeah.
She makes a lot of money doing it, too, okay?
Yeah.
See that Tesla? Paid for in farts.
Yeah. It stinks, but it's paid for. It fucking stinks.
George Reinhardt said this show is basically fart porn.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said.
Woo, man.
That's a good
Yeah,
question,
buddy.
though. That should you could
Fart porn? Yeah, that's on the table for sure. I'd have
Speak-
to change her diet, though. I'd have to increase the fucking baked beans.
something to give it more girth.
Change her breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, get her money up. Like, you got to be the best in the game.
Yeah.
You want to be a champion, you got to train like a champion.
Yeah.
Every day. Grind set. Let's go.
Just picture it in the fucking woods, like carrying a log on
What do
his
you do?
shoulders,
Wait, what do you
farting.
do in fart porn? You just rip farts, or is it like, do you have to...
Yeah, I think there's a lot of waiting.
It's a lot of red tape and bureaucracy.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You watch it from the other room. You hear it go, I got it, it's coming. And they go, oh.
It's like tornado chasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know when you go to like
Shitster.
you know when you go to like a really like niche like Italian sandwich shop, it's like some days you get like, look, some days there's not any rolls, so you
Yeah.
might not get one.
Yeah.
So you have to go there at a specific time and hope that they have.
Yeah,
farts
we're out
that
of
day.
seeded spray farts. I'm sorry. Do you like muffled trumpets? We have a couple of those.
It's like, no, I had those yesterday. But yeah, give me them.
Oh, man.
What do you think would make more money? A hot girl that can fart like once every 8 seconds, or just an absolute bruiser who's a machine gun farter?
I think I would bet the hot girl, because I think the hot girl is just like, I think the fart porn thing is like, it's just a wire that's crossed. Like all the other wires are connected to what probably makes sense. Like an attractive person that you're attracted to, but they
Yeah.
also are farting.
Yeah, you're an Antonio Brown. It's like you have all the skills, but you're probably going to walk off the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever see
Good point.
I mean, you would see that very hot girl like impressing dudes with mediocre farts, and you'd be like, "Put me in there, dude. Watch what happens." You know what I mean?
You want to ruin this party?
It creates resentment.
Hold my baked beans.
Dude, have you ever seen a girl trying to gauge her own attractiveness on social media by asking a very stupid question?
Yeah, or like being
Like, how do I
particularly
take an air
gross.
conditioner out? And
Yeah.
they're waiting to see if a dude will be like, I'll come over and do it for you.
Yeah,
And
you can just live here.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, I have windows. I have open windows without
Yeah.
air conditioning. You could just have mine.
Just give me a minute to bury my wife.
I can sublease you my entire house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sad behavior. Yeah, I'd rather my wife do fart porn than try to gauge how attractive she is by asking people how to fucking, shampoo a fucking a car interior.
Yeah, that's like the new.
I have a car. You can just have my car.
Yeah, you don't need another car. Who's driving you? I'll drive you.
Yeah,
I
fuck
like.
that.
Yeah, that's like the old. Remember, like there was like a time where like girls like, yeah, I fart. I'm like, "Ugh, all right,
Do you remember the first time you saw your wife shit?
it's guitar guy stuff.
Shit. Guitar guy stuff.
That's guitar guys for girls. It's like I fart and eat Doritos. It's like shut up. You're not tricking guys into thinking you're interested.
Is that a 7-string asshole?
Yeah.
Um.
Did you say have you ever seen your wife fart?
Do you remember either the first time your wife farted or the first time you noticed your wife shit?
Yeah, dude. I made my wife fart on a date. When we first started dating.
I pointed a gun at her.
Finish it. I got 300 people watching.
Where are you going?
No, I made her laugh, and it was like a
Wow.
It was like a bleep.
Oh, that's so
dude.
sweet.
Yeah. You know?
yeah. At that point, she had to marry her. Her dad was going to cut her head off.
Yeah, dude. That was like we were both, twirling in Times Square after that one.
How can she fart?
Yeah, I slapped her.
Man.
Oh,
John, that's incredible, man. I've never man.
yeah. She'd probably be devastated if I
that's how
told
she
that
knew
story.
you were the one.
That's definitely how I knew she was.
Does he make you squirt? No, he actually makes me fart.
Yeah.
Hershey squirt. Yes, dude. I'll kill myself now. That was awesome.
Oh, be a good way to end the pod.
Yeah.
We end our lives.
It's great to ramp it down from there, huh? What?
Well, it'd be great if you had one more thing to talk about and you just slowly died while me and Mike. Like, oh.
Woo, man.
Man, I can talk about farts all
You want to
day.
wrap this up and head over to the
I'm gonna talk about farts more, man.
For sure.
What do you got? What do you got?
Yeah.
Oh man, I
Chapter
want to
two.
hear them all.
Do you remember getting
chapter
in
number
trouble
2.
for farting in school? Did you ever get in trouble?
I don't know if I remember getting in trouble, but there was something that I thought of recently where it was a painting that I saw called "Gathering F Words That Matt Damon's Not Allowed to Say Anymore."
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? It's
Yeah,
it's an
yeah.
actual painting. Or no, it was Fetching Those. It's an actual painting, but in a story that we were reading out loud in class, that phrase "fetching F words" was said out loud, and it was like a bomb went off. So I remember that vividly, but farts, I don't know.
Your teacher probably was thinking about that day for weeks ahead of time, just like, dude, we got to read that story.
We read a book one time about slavery, and it was just filled with N-words. And like,
Really?
this was a teacher filled in for my regular teacher because she had not mono, but it was like, what do you get? Lyme disease. She had Lyme disease, so she was out with Lyme
That's
disease.
the ultimate teacher illness, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ham it up, dude.
No one
Yeah.
besides your 7th grade teacher has ever had Lyme disease.
Dude, it's like an interior sprained ankle.
Yeah, it was the original fibromyalgia.
Real fat
blood
lady
is a
shit.
migraine.
But we read a book. The substitute gave us a book about slavery to read out loud as a class, and it was just loaded with N-words. And it
Really?
was like, what can you do? Because it's a book that's technically very fun,
Sure.
but man,
Just one kid like, I want to keep reading. This is my chance.
Yeah.
I got a fart story that I was just telling people lately, but because I remembered it because I used to live in Center City and I lived in this like 350 square foot apartment. You had been to my apartment, that one on 21st Street. So it was tiny as shit, and in our bedroom you could only fit the bed. So like I never slept in bed. I just slept on the couch because Cassie was always like great sleeper. I was a terrible one. But like every once in a while, I would get hammered at Helium because it was up the street from Helium. And then I would come home, eat a bunch of cheese. Because that was my thing. I would just eat like a half a block of fucking cheese.
Dude, you must have been a nightmare in that fucking
I was
apartment.
terrible.
You
And I
also
was-
owned a pair of boots at the time that I'm not kidding. I can still recall the smell of.
Yeah, dude, they were bad. Everything about it was bad. Yeah, like I was like 60 pounds. It was just like everything.
Dude,
And I would
you
be
also that was a summer where you apologized every time you wore shorts.
yeah, well, I did. Somebody saw my balls at the Irish pub once. But anyways, I came home. I would come home every night, and I would fart against I would prop myself against the wall in that tiny room and just rip ass. And it would be like, they're like, like a
Playing
and
playing the drywall like a drum.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like I was saying the other day, like I was getting so good that like if I was homeless doing it, somebody would pull over and be like, "You got to play for the president." But I'm like rip every like weekend I would rip ass on this wall, and Cass would be like, "Stop!" And it would be like anyways, one night she's not in town, and I'm just going fucking nuts against this wall. Backstory. I was always like, who lives in the apartment next to that wall? I never knew.
John, it's the guy in the Bose commercial.
So one night I'm ripping it. It's like 2 a.m, and I'm having I'm like in the middle of like a concerto. Like it's like just ripping ass on this wall, having a great time, and on the wall it's like.
Hey, Moats fart,
Yeah.
keep it down.
And I stopped, and I was like, oh, and there was like, and then it was like, and I was like, oh no. And then I turned out as this little Asian girl, and it was her headboard. So she just slept. So for a whole summer, she would be laying in bed, and she would hear the fucking door open in the next room, and just like he's home, and just have to lay there with her blanket. Just like,
Dude, she probably thought you were like a spooky TV lady. She probably thought you were like a fart monster. Yeah, I'm finding weird long black hair in my own mouth, and I'm hearing farts at night.
it was so
You
like,
fart grudged an Asian girl for an entire fucking lease.
yeah, dude, for a long time.
Oh man.
And I just thought, man, that must have been
God.
horrible every weekend to hear that door open. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Just pulling the sheets up to her eyes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
See, that's why I wanted to talk about farts a little more.
Yeah, I totally, yeah.
Wow.
Ugh.
That was a pretty good story, man. Oh,
Pretty
man.
great.
Real quick, I got a messy thing to say. I'm gonna save it for the Patreon. I was just a funny little 5-second tidbit.
Okay.
About someone who I was keeping tally of the people who abandoned me in my time of need against all these fat dumb English ladies. Mm-hmm. 2 pretty good examples, and
Oh no, really?
yeah. Well, just
That's
who the one person is, I could sum up in one sentence, and it's like, it'll be nice, it'll be fun. So let's head over there,
Okay.
and I might go do a courtesy wipe.
It's not a dry asshole in the house right now.
John, when are
John.
you doing more Gillian Keeves?
I don't know. We're working on something else. That's
Yeah, me too.
There any doctors in the chat?
Does it have anything to do with the new king?
Yeah, if you saw the new King thing, we're working on something with that.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you just fired some people up with that. I guarantee.
I'll tell you what, we shot a lot of that stuff, and it's like Foley's in some of it, Tommy's in some of it. It's pretty fun.
Oh, come on, man.
It's pretty
give
fun.
Give it up.
It's like a lot.
Hand
Like
it
me,
over.
me and Gerben text like every other day about stuff.
Hand it over.
It's the first time I'm like, ooh, I think this is, how you like it must be how like people when they find dinosaurs like ooh, ooh, and they keep brushing like this is a big one. It's kind of how it feels. So it's nice. It's fun.
Yes.
Can't wait to see it, buddy.
You guys will like it. If people that know that stuff, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess.
They're gonna say thank you. They're gonna be like, thank you, John, for blessing us. You're the man.
I might release another clip with Foley and Gerben in a couple months.
Come on, man. A couple months.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
The other thing is
edit that part out. Don't say that. They're gonna lose hope.
The other thing is like it was tough because like we shot in like an actual like tiny castle, so like the audio was a fucking nightmare.
Very echoey.
There was a lot of echoey stuff, and like we shot some stuff with like there was a lot of improv. So like some of the improv was so great, but it matched up with other parts.
Mm-hmm.
So cutting those together has been tough. The stuff with Gerben and Foley happened in such a gigantic room that it's a really tough thing to. But it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna figure it out. It just takes a long time.
No, of course you will.
I just got other fucking shit to
Let's fucking
do.
go.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Damn. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, check out the ticket link in the video description. Come see us at any one of the. I think we got 6 shows. Oh yeah, we have a 6th show. The Philly show, 114 at Soul Joel's. You can come to that too.
Oh, nice. Is that in Bethlehem?
No, it's
Or Royersford? Or
It's out
Royersford?
Norristown right now. I think
Yeah, it
it's
used
the
to.
club.
Yeah, the dome used
it's
to be in
like a
Royersford.
pop-up?
Yeah.
But it's like a country club now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So check those out. And yeah, check out Jake and I on Little Stinkers. This week upcoming, John Del Calo is going through a lot because Joe from Impractical Jokers just left the group. So we're going to need all our prayer warriors coming to John Del Calo's aid. So check us out.
All right.
Jake, anything you would add?
I love you guys.
Love you too, buddy. John, that fart story.
I'm glad I got to share it. I thought that was going to die with me, but here it is.
That is a deathbed fart story.
Yeah. I don't think I ever told Cassie that because I didn't want her to know that we found out where the girl lived in the room next door and that I was her headboard.
Oh my god, dude! When you're
Because then she'd be devastated.
when you're dying, you got to call her over.
There's something I never told you. Remember that girl next door?
You had sex with her? No.
Worse.
Way worse.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I interrupted her fucking. I thought, imagine that dude trying to keep it hard.
Without stopping and going like, nice.
That would have been nice. You're like, nice.
Using the fart porn.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. Love you
See you on the
guys.
page.
All right, see you over there in about 10 minutes, guys. Later.